Today is December 9th. It is we're winding up. People are probably traveling, getting ready to travel, doing different things, excited about ending out the year. I hope you guys are as well. For me, this mastermind meeting, we do it every Tuesday. Whoever, throughout the week as you prepare for your week. Tuesday is a good opportunity to kind of chime in and not just work in your business, but work on your business and see what other people are doing in their business to be able to grow it, to get more business, right? So that's what the masterminds are all about, to network and to create this mastermind, a group of people that can get together and discuss things. One of the cool things though is that every once in a while we have a special opportunity where the stars align a certain way and people are mostly busy and you get one or two people show up, and then we just focus on those people. We did a client acquisition boot camp, and some of them we've had 10, 15 people, and some of them we've had like three. And you know what, when there was three people, they got a lot of attention. you know their business is better for it. We did the postcard stuff where we brought the whole team in and helped them create postcards. We did the whole like to be able to send off postcards using the automation stuff. Like there was a lot of different tools that we implemented and help them implement. So I never feel bad when there's only one or two people to show up, because that means we get to focus on them. So let's go ahead and kick it off, Mark. Let's get
Uh-huh.
some introductions done. I'll just say, first of all, my name is Michael Reed. For those of you guys, if you're watching the replay, I know you guys that are on here know who I am. But if you're watching the replay and you're interested in what we have going on, we got all the tools. That's my goal, is to build all the tools and resources for Mark. We got some feedback. You hear it?
Uh,
Background noise.
from me?
I don't know. Probably you. If no one else, if you don't hear it, it's probably you.
I can't hear it. But yeah, we can start
That's
now,
okay.
guys.
It's okay. So, yeah, so the idea here is that we have all the different tools for process servers for you to be able to implement them in your business and to be able to grow your business, whether it's the operations, whether it's the marketing. We build $10,000 websites for process servers for for $1,000 setup fee and $97 per month. And we have all the AI, SEO, optimization, all the different things to help you rank your website on Google, so that you can focus on going on and getting customers, using what I teach you in the Be the Backup script to call attorneys and offer to be the backup process server, because most of the big clients, most of the big attorneys that you're going to get, they already have a server. And so the opportunity to get them as a client is going to be as a backup almost every time. Or they find you on Google because they're like, they're looking for a backup because their guy's not cutting it. So they go to Google, they find you, and they hire you. That's another way. But interestingly enough, that's if you were the backup, they wouldn't have to go to Google. They would already have you on speed dial. Let's give this guy a chance, right? Because you took the time to reach out to them and get them your rate sheet. So cool. Well, that being said, Mark, I'll turn it over to you and let's get some introductions done.
All right. Good afternoon, guys. So let's just do some introduction so we can start. Let's start with you, Thomas.
All right, I'm Tom Burrell, Summit Partnership LLC, and I just started this. I think I had my LLC formed in the last week of October. So I created my price sheet, business cards, website, and just walking to door to every attorney to try to meet their paralegal, front desk staff, and give my business and then get feedback from them on what they want. And so then as I learned that, I'm like, okay, I'll throw that into my tool bag on something I need to learn or offer. And the two big ones that I've been getting last couple weeks really is skip tracing and also e-filing with the court affidavit. And so I created my own affidavit and I sent it over to a paralegal friend that I have, and she's like, "That is good." I'm like, "All right, I got one down. Now I got to work. One return of service is squared. Now to do a non service or miss service, uh, get that form down, and then that sets me up. I just fill in the blanks, and once I learn e-filing, I just send it there, and I'll probably just send one directly to the client is my goal. So
Yeah. So in the beginning of the meeting here, we could get into all that's all really good
yeah,
topic stuff. I think we should get into. I love it. Let's circle back. But
Hmm.
where are you located again?
in Abilene, Texas.
Abilene, Texas. So most importantly is your company name, where you're located, so that folks can use you.
Yeah.
The come to the meeting. Hopefully, you get some affiliate work and things like that to get you started, and then over time, you can build your business on the back of affiliates, and then just start working on your own. With direct to clients. So, well, welcome, Thomas. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Thomas.
Thank you.
All right, so this is gonna be a good topic later on. So guys, for the new ones that just came in, so we're just introducing ourselves for the replay as well. So just introduce your name and your company, and if possible, if you can turn on your cameras, that would be better. Let's go ahead with you, Alex.
How you doing?
Oh, there you go. Good
How's it
afternoon.
going?
Good, good.
Yeah, my name is Alex Lubin. I'm out in Miami, Florida. I service both Broward, Miami, and I do some specialty work in Palm Beach as well. My company's name is Bulls, Bears, and Bureaus Investigative Services. I'm happy to be here. Mike, I'm glad you've created this community. This is one of the most comprehensive communities I've found so far that provide a lot of resources, education, and everyone contributes in many different ways. As from the time I've started with the community, I've learned a lot. There's a wealth of information and resources, and I'm just glad to be here. I'm looking forward to networking with everyone. To join different types of affiliates and grow our business together. This is a community that I see myself being a part of for a very long time because I'm looking to grow with everyone here. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you
Awesome.
so much, Alex. It's great.
Appreciate that.
All right. So let's go with the next one. How about you, Mr. West?
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing? And lady,
Good, good.
everybody doing okay today? My name's Terry West. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Normally work mostly Tarrant County. We'll do the surrounding counties, Dallas, Parker, Wise, Johnson, but virtually based in Tarrant County. Uh, been doing this now for about 7 years, trying to grow the business where I can totally leave the big processes. It's slowly but surely coming together. Learning a lot from Mike. He's doing a great job with this group, and just looking forward to continue to learn from him and continue to grow. Thank you, guys.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. West.
Thank you, Terry.
Appreciate that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and proceed with the next one. Shannon, you there?
I'm on the road.
Oh, she's
I'll flip my
driving.
camera on. There we go. I'm Shannon. I own Serve Right Process Serving in the western half of New York State, so Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and Monroe counties. There are surrounding counties, but those are the big cities: Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and Rochester. So, um, yeah, I mean, business is slowing down a little bit. I presume it's that time of the year, but it's gave me time to focus on marketing. And I actually met with Tim and Natasha this week and talked about scanning. So I'm going to work on drumming that up in my free time right now since I no longer work for the affiliate and loving it. So that's what I'm up to.
Awesome.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Shannon. So, yeah, thank you guys. We can start now. So again, in this mastermind, if you have any questions, if you're struggling with your business, if there's something that you want to learn, so everyone else can share it with us, so we can help you and grow your business. So I think Thomas has some interesting topics that we can maybe talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Let's circle back to that and talk about basically he's in a very interesting place for those of you guys that are kind of just tuning in and learning about this business. He's taken some massive action, went into different attorneys' offices, dropped off flyers. He's like talked to them and got feedback from them on what exactly they're doing. There's some stuff that you were saying, Thomas, about letting them know that you weren't quite trained on that yet, and on e-filing or skip tracing. And so I'd like for you to kind of just reiterate what you were talking about and say, just let us know like what where you're at right now, so we can have a discussion about how you
Oh,
can
yeah.
make some next steps.
Okay. Yeah. So, what I did is I started just going door to door to attorneys' offices, give 'em my flyer, talk about who I am, and try to get information from them for what do they need, what else, what can I do to provide value to them. And so many of the times are skip tracing and also e-filing with the court. And I tell them, well, I'm in the process of learning these things, so it's going to be a minute. But once I get it, I will offer that. So when you need it, don't be afraid. Give me a call, and I'll get it done. Um, so what I have learned in those two aspects is anytime they ask, we need this, try to add that to your service because it isn't that much more than the process itself. I mean, and it lets you know of something you can provide that the other servers are not providing. And it makes you a little bit more value added. And the number one question I get is, do you charge extra for that?
Mm.
It's like for the e-filing, I won't charge anything. I'll just do it as part of the process. But the other like skip tracing and stuff, like it's expensive to do. Like you can go anywhere from 15 to all on up to try to find a person. And so
So Thomas, I'm curious
yeah,
about so two things. What made you decide to go to the attorney's offices? Where, like in your mindset, like when you were thinking about how could I get business and doing this thing? Because you're just getting started, right? So like what
yeah.
made you think to go into the offices?
Well, the other ones, primarily sending out subpoenas, other court documents that to get into court or do
Hmm.
whatever they need to do. I don't know the legal system very well, so but I know they generate these, and they need to get that out to people, and that's a
100%. Yeah, I
so
was just wondering, like, if was there something where you were thinking about, like, because I actually that's what I did. I went into attorneys' offices. I'm like, these are the people who have the work. Let me go in. I did the same thing.
yeah,
And if I'm being honest, and I've recorded videos about this in the trainings, but if I'm being like I'm just completely transparent, when I did that, it took me years, right? It took me a good 2.5 years before I had a business that was making, $10,000 a month, and
yeah,
this is why when I relaunched the 10K challenge, I came up with the Be the Backup script. I came up with the different things, and I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm sure I'm open to hearing different ways of doing things always. And I
yeah,
love that you got feedback from them about what they're looking for, because You can get people's names. I still think that going what they call belly to belly, where you're like in front of them, is a really good way because
Yeah.
you're gonna get true reactions. You'll get to read their faces when you're talking to them, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about the phone, and this is just a little tip maybe for you to follow up since you are getting ready to, I assume follow up on all the people you went to go see, would be to, if you got their names, hopefully, if you didn't get their names when you call back, and try to get into their email. That's one of the challenges with going in person is you don't, even though you're there in person, you're not necessarily in their email inbox. So when they go to search for their previous server, when they go to
Yeah.
search a certain county for the server they used the last time, you're not in there. You're not found. So unless they see the magnet, the cool magnet you brought, they put on the filing cabinet or something, maybe. I know some people do that, or some other version of that where there's a flyer hanging on something. Then they're not going to see it. And if there's multiple paralegals in the office, that can be really good to bring in stuff like that. Bring in cookies
Yeah.
or Christmas time treats where you're like, hey, I'm serving you guys up some holiday cheer or something. You could definitely do some stuff that's really impactful, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
But now that you have this, is one of the positive things I would say is now that you have some of that data, you can create some really cool graphics that target specifically what that person was asking about. So I would create, first of all, I would charge for everything. Everything. If you're going to create a package deal, fine. Go ahead, create a package deal where like e-filing is a part of the serve. Once you serve it, like for us, we e-file everything that we serve in California. But on the order form, it asks them if they would like e-filing, and if they require e-filing, then we charge them as a part of their online ordering. And when we build websites for folks, that's one of the things we do is we set up an online order form for all of our customers. You get an online order form that asks how they want to handle the proof of service, and that has taken us from making $147 a serve to $187 just e-filing or notary if they want a notary, or skip tracing is inside of our order flow. If they don't have an address, we can add a skip tracing for $75, and I think we might have lowered it to 50. Just so yeah, those are just some thoughts, some ideas that you might implement to take it to the next level. And our team,
Mhm.
if you're a Mighty Premium member, which you're in this call, so I assume you are, Mighty Premium member, you're able to, they'll make graphics for you. So if you say, hey, I want a graphic with my logo, can you create a graphic that, can you give me a rate sheet that includes skip tracing and e-filing?
Yeah.
And they could do that for you.
Yeah.
So that would be my feedback. Do you already have a rate sheet? Have they already made one, or do you already have one?
Mhm. Yeah, I passed them all out. It took me 2 weeks, but I got to like 30 attorneys. And before that, it took me a couple more weeks just to generate all this. Just went to Canva and I built everything and just every day, chip away, at it. And then finally, when I'm happy with it, just put in the order and next thing you know. But thing is, in my rate sheet, it doesn't include those two other things because it was before I kind of evolved a little bit. And
Mm.
so I just have to tell them that. But on my website, all that is on there.
Do you have a QR code on your rate sheet?
I do.
And you have a discount code where they could order on your website?
There's not a discount code in there. It's a contact sheet more, and it sent me an email, and I plan on, you know, working it from there. So no, I don't have like select what services you want. Uh,
Yeah, so I highly recommend
yeah.
yeah, and you because it's actionable. Let me share my screen real quick. And I want to turn this over to anybody on the call. That's the idea of the mastermind too. So you guys can feel free to chime in. about rate sheets and your prospecting methods and stuff. So this QR code is generated by Canva, which is pretty nice. And so what you can do is you can actually go, the idea is to bring them to the order page so that when they hit the QR code, they can actually come here to your order page. And it's not a form stack form, it's actually a page on your website so that you can retarget them. You add a pixel to their browser and then you can retarget them on other platforms. So, but if they can enter a coupon code, which you see here, ABQ50, then they could come over here and they can actually enter that, right? They could go ABQ50, apply discount. Oh, I didn't fill it out yet. But once they fill it out, let's say they go, it's in Albuquerque, local rate, 150. So you could charge for printing. Let's say if it was like 60 pages, right? It's going to charge them an extra $15. There's no witness fees. How do they want to handle the proof? They want to, I took e-filing off because this is Albuquerque. This is my Albuquerque brand, but I usually charge e-filing. So if they want notary, we do notary. If they want e-filing, there's email and mail, then they got to pay for that. And then if they have, if they're an attorney, and the only people that are going to see this coupon code is people that I've sent it to, right? Directly. So that's what I recommend. I recommend having this, and then the next thing I recommend is having a phone number that's attached to a CRM where you can track it. I did Mighty Automation AI live last night where I broke down how to use the CRM that we give you when you're a Mighty Premium member until Christmas. Until Christmas Eve, we're giving Mighty Automation marketing tools to anyone who signs up for Mighty Premium. And you guys already have it. So if you don't already have Mighty Automation and you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, you want to get with Mark so he can get you login access. We create you an account, and then you're able to manage everything. And so a lot of people are asking questions. How does this work? How does that work? So I'm literally breaking this down tab by tab. Last night I went through all of how to create a snippet, right? Be the backup snippet that includes your rate sheet so you can quickly send stuff off to clients, how to upload your contacts to your CRM, how to segment your lists. You should have like a main broadcast list, the hot lead lists, and maybe current client list. And so I showed you how to set that up and save it. And I think that's essential. It's essential to have these basic understandings of how this works with the snippets as well, so that you can set everything up. And then once you set it up, you can just, sprint. Because I think you'll agree, Tom, one of the things that with what you're doing is like you have a long lead time where it's like, I'm going to prepare my Canva rate sheet, and then 2 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah.
And then it was 2 weeks to get in contact with only 30 people. And I'm saying this with love because I'm you. Like I did exactly that. Like I was trying to figure things out and do things step by step. But I want to encourage you that you have a team of people here to help you inside the community. And if you ever don't feel that way, well, then I'm going to fire Mark. Okay. That's how it works. Okay. Because Mark's job is to make sure you know that you have resources that are here to help you, whether it's the mastermind meetings or, which is big, right? That's what we're here for, the mastermind meetings or, and so, yeah, so that would be my tips. And I'm telling you that they will do it for you. So you don't have to overthink it on Canva. Like you can release some of the control. I know it's hard. Trust me. I have a hard time with it. but you can release some of the control and say, okay, go ahead, make me a rate sheet that includes skip tracing, make me a QR code that sends them to this landing page. Trying to
Would
think of your
they
what.
be able to create like that service sheet that we talked about on my from
Um,
my website?
yeah. Did we build your website?
No. Mm-mm. No, I'm doing Wix. I'm working with another guy. Before I found you guys, I'm doing
Mhm.
this all on my own without, and just I just found Mighty Mike and I liked your YouTube videos. Okay, let's,
Well,
and so, but yeah, so I mean, but it, I mean, maybe I could get with my guy but our contract is almost over. I
mm,
I hired him to set up a website, SEO optimization, and teach me SEO and
mm,
business, Google Business, and all that. So
mm.
once my training is done, our contract is over, and then we're gonna change over to
Yeah,
my new
however we can help you.
website.
Like we don't build websites on other platforms, but
Yeah.
if there was something that could help you with graphics, of course,
Hmm.
like have them create a rate sheet for your different services and they can plug it in on he could plug it in on a page or something like that. There's no circumventing a great website that's fully optimized using AI though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like it's good for you to learn all that though, because you need to take your website once we build it, you need to take your knowledge of SEO and implement blog posts and like
Yeah.
newsletters, and you need to keep creating content on your website after we build it. Some people think you build it and you just forget it. No, you have to create content. Like
Yeah.
we don't do that.
That's what I've been working
Yeah,
on this morning is a different post I'm gonna be putting out the next few weeks. And
that's
because
awesome.
on Google Business, you can schedule them out. So you can do a ton.
Mhm,
You got a bunch of free time. You just do make a bunch of
mhm.
posts and then schedule each one of them out. Now it's.
Yeah. And I'm going to be
So
going over that on Wednesday. The tool that you have for free as a bonus would be because you're a Mighty Premium member. You can schedule out on all the social platforms. Yeah,
oh
you can
yeah,
use Mighty Automation to schedule out on all the different platforms. Mark can help. You can schedule a meeting with Mark. He can walk you through step by step how to connect all your social accounts, Facebook,
yeah.
LinkedIn, all of
I
them.
don't have any of that for my business, and I'm like teetering to do it or not. I just, is there a point where is it too much?
No.
So I don't know. It's so much work just to as one person to keep up all this. And it's like eventually when I do get clients, then I'll have that. And so it's like,
That this is the time. This is the
you know,
time to set up the Facebook, the TikTok that you'll probably never log into after you set it up. All these things, this is the time to set it up because they have the highest domain authority.
yeah, they do.
And then once you've set them up, you can put because of the nature of them. It's like a free business listing and they have a high domain authority. So when you link back to your website and then your website links to your social media, that is the strongest web you can create when you first get started. So if for no
Mm,
other reason, that's the
yeah,
reason, right? You create your social accounts and then because they're high domain authority. And why do they have a high domain authority? Because people spend hours on them. And
yeah,
Google ranks you for a lot of different factors, but one of them is view time. How many views are they getting like per minute? And it's just like millions, right? So their domain authority is like really high. When I click on Facebook, I'm feeding their algorithm, but I'm also telling Google that they're important to me. Google knows, right? Google knows what I'm searching for. It knows where I'm spending my time if I'm on their browser. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Well, let's keep in touch. Let's try to shorten down your task lead time to 1 week, maybe. So yeah, you have a pattern of 2 weeks and 2 weeks. Maybe we could bring it down to one
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Of
It's I'm all over the place, and I have my family's priority to me. So
course,
it's like my son needs me to stop, and that's what we're doing.
yeah.
And so wife
How
needs
old's
me
your
to
son?
do He's 6.
Mm,
So we're learning chess right now. I'm teaching him chess. And
mm.
he watches these YouTube videos about chess because he wants to really beat me.
Yeah.
And
There's a book that I got, it says How to Beat Dad in Chess, and I bought it for my son for his birthday. He didn't think it was funny. He didn't think it was funny. I was like, here
yeah,
you go, son, what you've always wanted. He's kind of
yeah.
an
I
intellectual. Yeah.
He loves that kind of stuff, but and then we're doing jujitsu now too, and so we've
Mm,
been doing that a year and some change. So 18, finally, Friday, he goes for his to compete for his next or his stripe on his white belt.
very
And
cool.
so we're pretty excited
That's a
for that.
cool. 6 is a cool age. That's good. I have twins. I got five. I got 4 boys and 1 girl. So my girl is my baby, and um, I've had. So yeah, that's cool. Well, hey, Thomas, let's keep in touch about what you got going on, and hopefully, I don't want to hear that you're quitting the business. I want to hear that that you've
Yeah,
gotten a client, you got an attorney client to use you, give you a
yeah,
chance. One thing before I forget too is there is some element of fake it until you make it that
yeah,
maybe we need to implement. Okay. If somebody says that, do you do skip tracing? You go, absolutely.
yeah.
You know, instead of saying I'm learning that or I'm going to learn
Right.
that, be like, absolutely. And then get in here and ask, hey, how do I do e-filing? How do I do skip tracing? How do I do anything that you know? And I'm just saying from experience, when somebody would say, I had one of the biggest eviction clients I had called me and said, before they were my client, they called me and said, yeah, I'm calling to find out your rates for an eviction, serving an eviction. This could have been anyone, just an individual. And I said, "Oh yeah, well, I just told them my normal serve rate. I think it was 57 or something." And they go, "No, I mean the whole eviction." And I was like, "So not 57?" I was like, "So maybe 100?" So I said, usually it's 127, and I was completely just out of left field coming up with a number because did not want to lose this customer. And she says, "Oh, what all is included in that?" And I said, "Well, we pretty much do the whole eviction for that. That includes everything." And she goes, "So you include the default for that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 we do the default too." Usually it depends on if it's in a court far away or one of the courts close by. We'll do defaults. I assumed that meant the courts because I was brand spanking new. And I called the guy who did the California certification that I had taken just a week prior, and I said, Chad Barger, and I said, Chad, tell me what is the deal with these defaults? Like, how much do you charge for them? What do you do? And he told me, he goes, look, this is the process. If we file the case for them, if we did it, just the whole thing he would tell a client, right? He spilled it out, and I just like took it all in. And he was like, but you got to be careful because if there's all other occupants, he like broke down all the details of the way evictions work. And it was so helpful for me because when I got back on the call with her, I basically just memorized everything he said. Like I regurgitated it exactly the way he said it. And she was like, "Oh, wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to mailing you cases." And she'd mail me a case with the check for 127 plus I think we ended up doing a $40 default fee because it's like a separate trip that I make to the court. And and I had that customer for a long time, and they they were good. All of the trailer parks in California they serve all the trailer parks. So I was serving all these trailer parks and evictions when they would leave, and then they would do an auction. So then I picked up the auction work. Um, did we lose Thomas? He's like, I'm out. He just keeps talking.
He got
Uh,
disconnected.
Yeah, probably. So when it comes to fake it till you make it, I think there's some validity to it because you'll do the service and you want them to have confidence in you. And it's nothing wrong with saying like, I've done one of those or I'm learning about that. Let me get back to you real quick. Let me call my associate or something. You could do that too, you know. But I wouldn't just say, "Oh, I'm still learning." I wouldn't do that because that's a complete lack of confidence. Like immediately they're gonna lack confidence in you. I don't know about that. Even though honesty does go a long way, I'm not saying it doesn't. It's
Hmm.
now I'm like, you're not the guy. I need someone to serve it
Yeah.
today. I need someone to go file the default on time, not drop the ball, right? So I think there's an element of let's work on it together that would be the thing to do. Like you have partners in this that will help
Right.
you. Your competitors will help you. We're here for you. You can always message me in school directly and be like, "What's a default?" I'm going to say, "Did you ask ChatGPT?" We're in a different world, you guys. We're in a different world. Like I'm building a software, multiple different software tools, and I ran into a situation where I didn't know something, and I was like, man, how can I find this? I'm like googling it. I'm like, what am I doing? I put it in ChatGPT. It immediately broke down what it is, how I can do it, what are the different tools that I can use, the AI tools that I can use to create this solution that would I think it would have not been possible to do just a year ago. I would not have been able to accomplish it even just a year ago. So we're in a different world. So if there's something that you're wanting to do or implement or add to your business, now's the time. All right. Well, Thomas, not only we've done talking about his topic, but he's also gone. All right. So anybody else have anything else? Any even feedback for Thomas for the replay of what to do or how you got your first customers? I think that's actually a really helpful topic. How you got your first customers, how you stay motivated.
Let's talk about e-filing. I'm not familiar with e-filing. How do you e-file?
Yeah, so e-filing is the way to look at it is kind of like a structured email where you're saying every court's a little different, every state does it a little differently. But basically, you create an account with one of these e-filing providers. I guess I could do a quick screen share and just kind of give you guys a little legal landscape of e-filing. So, so there's one company that pretty much dominates the courts across the country. But not every court has elected to make it possible for you to e-file using the technology, even though they use it for their back end inside of their inside the court. They don't necessarily make it available to everyone to e-file through the same system, right? They are like, no, let's not implement that yet. So if you go to let's see, so their California version I think is called Odyssey. Let's just go California e-file. Probably the best way to start. E-file online. That's so e-file. There's tax e-file. See, here they go. They're second on the list because tax is the most popular phrase of e-file, right? But after that is Tyler's e-filing with the court. So Odyssey e-file California. This is a platform. If you look at their service providers, my company is second on the list. There's a bunch of other companies here. As you can see, they all do e-filing. They all charge a different fee. California is different in that they require people to use what's called an electronic EFSP. And so we got certified. Everybody on here got certified as an EFSP in a different way. I have a technology partner called Green Filing that built my portal, which allows people to come to my portal and e-file. And every time someone e-files, I'll get $19.95, completely passive. It's a great thing to do if you can do it. All right. I got some amazing backlinks because of this. I'm on a bunch of different courts websites because of this. I'm not saying it's possible for everybody in every state, but definitely in California it's something to look at. As you can see, they have active courts. Like some courts, it's actually mandatory that they use e-filing. Like if you walk in and you try to file a civil case in Butte County, where I built my first business, they will tell you no, you have to go file it online. So family law, civil, and probate is mandatory. For criminal, because there's a lot of criminals will show up to court and um, they have, there's different reasons, but basically a lot of the criminal courts are still kind of old school and they allow it permissive. Like you don't have to e-file, but you can. But you see, there's an opportunity in some areas, like let's say San Diego Superior Court, they actually don't have it mandatory at all. And so this is somewhere I'm about to hit pretty heavily and help some of our students that are our community members that are in that area. We're going to help hit that area hard so that we can get as much of that business as we can. And this is kind of past. Like the opportunity for e-filing in California is not past, but it's pretty much most of the people who would be looking for an e-filing provider have already done it, right? Because they're in business. And so when the court tells them they can't e-file or they can't file in person anymore, they're going to go to a portal like mine and they're going to just they're going to create an account. Then they're going to log in. And let's see if it'll let me do this easy enough here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, cool. So this is one of our logins. So this is what it looks like. You come in here and you just you can submit it. You can initiate a new case. You can create a new case. Select the courthouse you want to file in. Okay. Let's say we were just talking about Butte. There you go, Butte Civil. And you put your case type. Now, if this was a new case, I'd have to pay the first appearance fees for the customer. You upload your documents. Like, it's pretty easy. Like, you just upload your documents once you pick the case type. Let's say civil. Actually, one of the most common ones. Let's just see. Let's say civil. Oh, yeah, it's either limited or unlimited. Yeah, let's see. So you choose one of the ways. There's an unlawful detainer, wrongful termination. There's all these different types. So unlawful detainer of a commercial building. Someone stops paying their mortgage. On a subway stops paying their mortgage. You're going to evict them. This would be it, right? And then you'd upload your documents. And then you have a summons. Usually for an eviction, you have a summons. You're going to go ahead and upload it, and then there'll be an option to add another one, right? And you just upload all your documents. You put all the information from the court documents on here. If you want to e-serve them, you can e-serve them right here inside the portal. You don't have to physically serve them if they've given indication that in your contract, because it's a commercial lease, you could just e-serve them. You don't even have to serve them in person. So when I tell you guys that I think like some of the technology stuff that's already out there is going to be what kills the industry, I'm serious. Like these portals all have e-service kind of built in, and they're just waiting for the law to catch up and to say that it doesn't have to, because a lot of things have to be served, right? So e-service isn't even an option. Like if this was an individual eviction case, I would have to serve it. So I would uncheck that. And service isn't even a part of this. I'm just going to e-file it, right? So my note to the clerk of the court. I don't have to put any of this. If I had a client. So to answer your question more accurately, Terry, like if you were going to do this in California, let's say you had someone that wanted you to e-file in California, you could use this portal or any other portal. In this case, mine's going to charge $19.95, right? And so what you could do, let's see if this will calculate for us. Oh, I haven't uploaded any documents. I also haven't put the defendant's name or anything, but what you could do is you pay the $19.95 and then you charge your client like $50 or $75 or something like that, right? And then you do the e-filing for them. And what you do is you put a courtesy email. So right here where it says courtesy email, you put your client's email in here, and what it'll do is it doesn't have to be my portal. It could be anybody's portal. You could, it'll automatically send them a copy once the court accepts it. Okay, and then you just hit submit filing. It'll give you like a receipt. They call it an envelope number. Let's see. Yeah. And if you only needed to file a proof of service, because that's a new case, right? If you wanted to file proof of service, it's super easy, but you have to find the case. You see there's a bunch of cases here. Once you search for a case, it'll show up. and then it'll already know which case you're trying to file on, and then you just once you add the case number and it finds it for you, then you add your proof of service, and yeah, you just come down here and there's no fees for filing on a proof of service. It just the platform fee. You still pay the $19.95 platform fee. There's just no filing fees. And then you hit submit, and again, you put your email of your client or your email here, but it'll automatically send you an email. So that's e-filing in a nutshell. Other states, like I have a Texas.123legal support.com. That's my Texas portal, I think. Yeah. So my Texas portal is kind of funny because my Texas portal is the same, and you could e-file using my Texas portal. But the problem is my Texas portal also charges. I think we have what is it, $9.95 for my Texas portal. But the problem is that they have free. I think the Texas portal's free. Texas court e-filing. So mine charges, but you can actually, I think you can just go to the government one. Okay, so they do have some. So green filings one, yeah, InfoTrack. Oh wow, InfoTrack has one too. Wow. Come on now. Oh, okay. Interesting. They don't have me on here. They're bogarting all of the stuff. So it's funny that as these big tech guys take over, they're just buying up all these tech firms. So U.S. Legal Pros just been bought. Legal Connect and Rapid Legal was just bought. InfoTrack is the ones that bought. Green Filing and Timestamp. Like a bunch of these are just being bought. So really there's like 4 companies on this list. Like probably more accurately, I imagine. Let's see. So let's say no. So I'm going to choose an e-filing provider. This is also owned by InfoTrack, Texas Court Filing. Green Filing. I'm going to have to ask him, dude, why didn't you put me on there, bro? Anyways, I understand my portals. This guy built me a portal too, but he just took forever, so. All right, so that's e-filing in a nutshell. Do you have any questions about it? Is anybody doing e-filing right now? You guys are quiet today. I think I lost half of them while I was talking, Mark.
Yeah, what happened? Is there something wrong with the link? Maybe it's still school. It's having a problem. Keep on disconnecting.
It's okay. That's all right. All right. Well, thank you all for attending today's mastermind. It was been a lot of fun. We kind of got through some stuff, which was good. E-filing, and a little bit of other things. But yeah, tune in tonight if you guys are using Mighty Automation. That's one of the tools that I give you as a part of Mighty Premium. So if you're not already using it, just want to let you know this is one of those things that even though you're not paying for Mighty Automation, even though it's a bonus, it is something I pay a lot of money for. We use at a very high level. We use in all of my businesses, and we are implementing it even more so now. So if you haven't already been implementing it, this is your chance to dial things in.
Sorry.
Really
Sorry.
dial. It's okay, Mark. It's your chance to dial things in Mighty Automation and follow along with me. I don't know what happened last night, but there's StreamYard has some new feature of making vertical and landscape, and somehow it like chose vertical automatically. So that's not going to happen anymore. There is a regular landscape version of it that it saved that Nettie is editing, and she's going to upload into Mighty Automation so you guys could see more. Because I'm screen sharing the whole time, and it's like this on a vertical screen, which is wild. So today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, I'm going to be going live, and which is 5 p.m. my time. I'm going to be going live in the second set of this. I already went over the CRM, so make sure to go in and watch the replay from yesterday. And then so you understand the CRM. You're not completely behind if you missed yesterday. It's not that big a deal because it's the CRM. You can upload your list whenever. But understanding the smart list and the snippets is what we went over. And it took a good hour to really dial in the whole thing, how to create templates so that you can start doing the Be the Backup script so that you can quickly send a rate sheet off. And then today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add a phone number. If you do want to keep everything in one place, so all your marketing is in one place, you'll be able to do that. There's an extra fee for phone to having a phone line. I think yesterday the phone line I found was only $1.15 a month, which is pretty cool. But to be able to, it ends up being about $10 per month extra, which is a part of the system. It's a part of usage. So I don't charge you for it. It's just it's a part of the usage fee, right? So $10, and then if you send a ton of messages and a ton of calls, you're gonna have to re-up on your usage through the month or whatever. If you can go in and see the usage in there. But I'm going to teach you guys how to set it up so that if you want to do your phone in there, your text in there, your email in there, you could have your an email subdomain set up so that your big email blast can go out through there. There are so many tools that you can replace by using Mighty Automation instead of fiddling around with, there's a huge list. So many people I know that actually do marketing, they use Constant Contact. You don't need that. You have Mighty Automation. You don't need Constant Contact or MailChimp anymore. You can use Mighty Automation for that. You don't need to use Hootsuite or Zapier or any of these other tools that allow you to automate scheduling social media posts. Mighty Automation does that for you. Okay. You don't need Pipedrive or some other CRM like HubSpot or any of that. The CRM does all that for you, and not just a little bit. It's the best tool. And I'm not just saying that. Like, we've integrated with Go High Level, which is by far and away the best tool that top agencies and marketers use to help grow businesses, and it integrates with everything. Okay. And so that's why I started there, because I could integrate these other tools that I wanted to use with the social media scheduling and the posting and the email campaigns. All of it is all in under one roof, except for the Mighty Dashboard. And I am going to keep that separate because the Mighty Dashboard is going to be like a server. It's more like your operations. Mighty Automation will help you get new customers, help you build a brand and all that. And then Mighty Dashboard is going to allow you to actually do your serves, do your affidavits. If you guys choose to use another tool, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Serve Manager, PST, whatever. But when you're ready to move over to Mighty Dashboard, we'll be ready for you. The start of this year is my goal. January, beginning of January, that's my goal, to have this thing pretty well buttoned up and finished. The forms were supposed to be done last Wednesday. They are done. They are working, but there's some bugs. And so I spent a good couple hours with my developer talking to him about what I wanted fixed, and kind of a little bit aggressively. I was like, I need this done. Like, I'm tired of going back into this and saying the same stuff over and over. But this is the struggle of building a software. If you're trying to build a software, you're going to be dealing with people who are introverted, people that want to just stare at the screen for hours and figure it out. And I'm the type of person like, you know what you're doing, let's just get it done, So trust me, I'm pushing for it to get done. And when it's done, it's a bonus, another free bonus that you get on top of your directory listing that you guys are paying for with Mighty Premium. So but that's going to change the first of the year. Once everything is done, anybody new who comes on. So if you know anybody who's interested in joining us, now is the best time. I mean, we're starting January 1st. We're raising Mighty Premium to $77 a month because I'm investing tens of thousands of dollars every month to grow this thing, to build the dashboard. And so you guys are definitely getting, $1,000 a month worth of value for your, $57 a month or whatever, whenever, depending on when you signed up. And so you guys are going to be known as founding members, which is pretty exciting. That's eventually the community, I think, will be all housed under the Mighty Dashboard, one of the tabs of Mighty Dashboard, and you'll be able to at people like, hey, at Stevie did such a great job serving that paper for me, and it'll be in the community because they're on the directory. You can at them if there's somebody who's a part of the directory. They don't have to participate, but they'll get a notification letting them know that somebody mentioned them. Same thing goes with someone who just the bad actors out there, right? You can add them too. Be like, hey, how come we've been serving this thing and we're not getting any notification? I'm excited about it actually because I think it's going to bring in the big box companies that are going to try to use it, and we'll be able to hold them accountable, and we'll be able to shut them down, and we'll be able to say, hey, until you pay your people, your account's on suspend. And having the access, guys, having all the servers understand this is like an independent platform. This is not me taking a $50 cut out of all your serves. If anything, there'll be a transaction fee of, no more than $5 per transaction. And that's when you're getting paid, the client's paying that. Not your client, but someone who found you through our system. Your client, that's different. That will be a different percentage fee based on the credit card, whatever's allowed for credit cards, just to cover the credit card fees. So, and you can get paid outside of the platform as well for your own clients using the dashboard. So, but yeah, cool. Well, I would give you an update, do a screen share on the Mighty Dashboard because the form builder's starting to look pretty cool. I got it all under one roof, under a button that says affidavits. But I don't want to do that until it's finished and I can show you how to save affidavits. I want you to be able to upload affidavits, your own forms, and then map them out and save them as a template so that in the future, all of your job information will automatically show up on the template of your choice. That's the goal. That's what's going to happen. So cool, guys. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys coming. Appreciate all of you for your participation. I know we're all getting ready for Christmas and or holidays, depending on what you celebrate. We're all getting ready for that in the end of the year, and it's exciting. It's exciting. This is this the last one for the year? Let me see.
I think last we
Oh, we
still
got
have
one.
next week.
We got one more, yeah. So that makes sense too, December 16th. So yeah, we got one more mastermind for the year, and I would just say push, guys, push, push, push. Get those customers. Don't when everybody else slows down and quits, you guys can go out there and get some of that business. And if you already have business and too much business, then this might be a good time for you to look at how optimized you are moving into the next year. How are you doing with your taxes? How are you doing with your um, projections for taxes? Like, did you end up paying too much? Are you going to end up paying too much come April because you didn't plan, right? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at it, seeing, well, like I really did not plan on being so successful. And so I'm just like, okay, Uncle Sam, it's like a punishment. You have to pay to Uncle Sam because you're too successful, which is kind of funny. But that's okay. Next year, you look as one of the reasons why I bought a dumpster business. See, this is my junk removal business. My goal is to take all the profits I make from any kind of websites or online stuff that really doesn't have a whole lot of expenses. But well, the dashboard has a lot of expenses, but other than that, like website stuff, there's not a whole lot of expenses. So I'm just buying equipment because equipment's 100% write off. So I'm at my goal this next year, 2026, is to get a brand new excavator for my junk removal business and have it completely paid for by the government. That's my goal. So Yeah, and it's possible. It's legal. That's the crazy part about it. So if you're smart about it, you can do it. If you're smart about this stuff, you can hire a proper tax accountant. I'm not an accountant, so I'm terrible at that stuff. I learned because by painfully having to pay for it. So, all right, guys, take care, be safe as always, live mighty.